A very good morning to all of you. Welcome to the webcast organized by the Committee for the Members in Entrepreneurship and the Public Service on the topic of the opportunity for the Chartered Accountant recruitment to the Indian Railway Management Services to be done through a specially designed examination. Today's session is taken by Sir Rahul Kumarji. Sir Rahul Kumarji is a fellow Chartered Accountant of a 200 219 batches and got AI 29 in CA examination. He worked with the central government organization, including IRCTC, and the 8-year experience at the various financial and the managerial roles. He appeared in 3 times in a UPSC interviews with the commercial optional. He has a passion to guide the UPSC students and the guiding them since over 10 years. He has mentored the more than 80 UPSC toppers through various programs. In UPSC 2021, AIR 443, and more than 20 UPSC toppers were directly mentored by him. He guides the UPSC student in commerce and accountancy optional through classes and the mentorship program. So over to you, sir.
Thank you, Vikashji, and a very good morning to everyone on this Sunday, that too on this winter day. It's my privilege that I'm having this webinar, and most welcome everyone, every participant here. We will be discussing everything about Indian Railway Management Services examination. So let me share my screen, and there you can see how we will proceed. So the discussion of this session will revolve around basics about the railways and the eligibility for the railway examination, this new examination, and the comparison between the Indian Railway Management Services examination versus the civil service examination. How many attempts you will get, the comparison among various stages of examination, and comparison with the CA, right? What is advantages for the CA background people? Then what is the strategy and schedule for those people who are planning to appear in this exam? Then what should be the starting point? From where should we start? What is the plan for 2023, 24, 25? And can we start if you are preparing with the CA or job or practice? If yes, then how? Okay. So at the outset, I will thank the Committee for Members in Entrepreneurship and Public Services, the Chairman sir and the Vice Chairman sir, Anita ma'am, and all the dignitaries who are actively conducting these programs for the aspirants who are planning to join the civil services or public services or Indian Railway Management Services. So this is really a great opportunity for every chartered accountant, that for them a new opportunity has come, which is a recognition of the capability of the chartered accountant, right? So I'll be sharing about that also, right? So my session will also include discussion on the syllabus, the books list, and the strategy part. Okay. So basically, why this session? Why we are having this session on this Sunday, on this winter day, right? Why we are having this session? Because on 2nd of December 2022, a notification came by the Government of India from the Ministry of Railways, right? And it declared that a new examination is going to start in the form of Indian Railway Management Service. It will be an annual examination. That means it will be conducted by the UPSC from 2023 onwards. It will be conducted every year. And there are total 150 vacancies in this, out of which the 30 vacancies are reserved for the commerce background people, right? So out of 150, 30 vacancies, those are reserved exclusively for the commerce background people, right? And in the commerce, they have given only 2 eligibility criteria. One is the degree in commerce, and second is chartered accountancy. So this is a great opportunity. We as a chartered accountant, we are more capable, we are more committed. So this opportunity is belonging to us mostly, right? So let us see a brief overview of the notification. Okay, then we will proceed to other things. So notification says Ministry of Railways in consultation with the UPSC. So I hope you are aware about the UPSC, Union Public Services Examination body. This Union Public Services Commission. This is the body which is conducting the examination for the civil service examination for the topmost services, the Group A services for the central government and all India services, right? And DOPT, Department of Personnel and Training, which is again a separate ministry which is dedicated for the recruitment and training and other cadre management of the all India services and other services, right? So these are the topmost bodies which recruit the topmost civil service servants in India. And Ministry of Railways, in consultation with these two bodies, has especially designed or is going to recruit is through a specially designed program, that is IRMS exam, Indian Railway Management Service Examination, which is to be conducted by the UPSC. So just like ICI conducts the CA examination, similarly UPSC will conduct the IRMS examination, and this will be conducted from 2023 onwards, first time, as I already said earlier also, right? So it will have two-tier examination. So examination will be of two-tier. In the first year, there will be preliminary screening examination, right? And then it will be followed by mains written examination and the interview stage, right? So there are total two stages, right? Now, for screening suitable number of candidates for the second stage of the examination, that is IRMS, all eligible candidates will be required to appear in the civil services preliminary examination, right? So the preliminary examination, screening examination is nothing but the preliminary examination of civil services, which is conducted for the civil service also. So there is a commonality between two, okay? And there are many more commonalities that I will discuss going forward, okay? So before I proceed, I want to share a bit of about Indian Railways, because ultimately this job is about Indian Railways, right? So we should be aware about the Indian Railways. So we are already using the Indian Railway services, since our childhood. When we go on vacation or we go on business travel, we always use the railways, right? It's the largest commercial organization of the country, right? It employs largest number of people in the country, right? So now, if we see the opportunity for us, right? So we have to see from the organizational structure point of view that this new service will be relevant in this structure, but how this new service will be relevant in the structure, right? So basically, as you are aware, there is a Minister of Railway, right, which is a political post, right? It is a political post. After the Minister of Railway, we have the two Minister of State who are the junior railway ministers, right? They are also again the political positions, right? After this starts the bureaucratic position, administrative position that comes in the form of railway board. Railway board is an administrative board. It is the top management. It is like board of directors. Just like in a company we have board of directors, similarly in the railway board we have the board of railway board, right? And it is headed by the railway board chairman of the railway board, and under which there are many members, right? There are many members who are dealing with the various technical aspect, right? And then if we see, traffic wise, if we see how it really works at the ground level. So at the ground level, it works in the form of zonal railway, right? So you are aware about stations. There are stations, railway stations. From railway stations, multiple railway stations, they will form divisions, right? There will be divisions. So we hear the word railway division, right? So there are multiple divisions. Then combining multiple division comes one zone, right? And total there are 17 zones in the railway. Indian Railway, there are total 17 zones, right? So basically, this post, right? This Indian Railway Management Service, these are the Group A officers. These are the Group A officers who might be working in these levels, who might be working starting from the division level, not from the station level. Definitely, it is a specialist Group A post. Group A means the topmost post of any organization. So we might be working from the divisional level. Then we can go to the zonal level. We can go to the member of the railway board, and then we can also become the chairman of the railway board. Okay, so it is the top management position of the railways, right? So this is one part. Like division railway, zonal railway, and all of that, right? This is the traffic part. Apart from traffic, railway also has many production unit, because railway is manufacturing its locomotives, its coach, wheels, everything. Like it is producing its own vehicle, its own track, everything, right? So we have the production units. We have multiple production unit, right? And in these production unit, there is a need of topmost officers, right? So we can be posted in these production units. Apart from this, there are so many research organizations, training organizations, right? Multiple other organizations can be posted there. And most importantly, what is of more interest to us are the central PSUs, which are under the Central Railway Ministry, right? So these are various central public sector undertakings. Example, IRCTC, Indian Railway Catering and Tourism Corporation, the very famous organization. We book railway tickets from this organization, right? When we travel in the Rajdhani, we get the food which is served by the IRCTC people, right? So this is very famous organization, and all India, pan India, it also has its IPO. Similarly, of the same scale, there are more than 10 PSUs of the Indian Railway, right? So these PSUs are the central PSU, and once you become the Indian Railway Management Services officer, then you can be part of the top management. You can become the general manager there, you can become the executive director, you can become the director, you can become the CMD, right? So this is the overall future, right? This is the overall future if you see in terms of the railway organization, right? And let me tell you, I have been guiding the UPSC IAS student, those people who are preparing for civil services. I am guiding them for many years, right? Many of my students, many of my colleagues, they are also in the railways and other civil services post, right? But what I have, what I come to know is, and what people share with me is that railway provides a wonderful job opportunity, right? Because see, one thing about the railway is that it is a commercial organization. It is earning the money, right? So there will never be lack of facilities. It has its own hospitals. It has its own every kind of infrastructure, right? Every kind of infrastructure it is available, and it is the biggest organization available in pan India, throughout India, and at remotest of the locations, right? So it makes the railway a very good employer. So even in the civil services, if you leave the topmost IAS, IPS, and IFS, these top three services, other services, they are comparable, right? Including the income tax. Like this is the view of people whom I met, that this railway services offers a very, very diverse service. This is very, very diverse service, right? You can be posted in Delhi, you can be posted outside Delhi, but most of the time the posting will be in the cities, right? Now, this is the location of various zones. As you can see, the headquarters of zones are located in major cities: Mumbai, Kolkata, Hazipur, Bhubaneswar, New Delhi, Allahabad, Gorakhpur. So you can be posted here, or you can be posted in the divisions. You can be posted in the divisions, like you can see. These are the divisions. Again, these are the major cities. And the good thing is that from whichever part of India you belong to, you can be posted in your nearest area also, right? If you are from, say, South India, so there are a lot of places you can be posted in: Chennai, Trichy, Madurai, Salem, Palakkad, Thiruvananthapuram, right? Hyderabad, Secunderabad. Similarly, if you are suppose from UP, you can be posted in Allahabad, Agra, Jhansi, Lucknow. So it is a great opportunity in the sense that it is pan-India organization. So, the posting might be also sometime, not always, but it can be sometime near your home also, which is a good thing in the government services, right? Now, coming to the next thing, that is the facilities. What kind of facilities are available, right? And before that, let me discuss the scope in terms of the services, right? So basically, you might be aware that the present government, the Narendra Modi government, they are working on minimum government and maximum governance, right? This is the context of this service, right? I'm discussing this. This is a very small component. I'm discussing this because you should know why this service has been introduced. You should know why this service has been introduced, right? So earlier, before this service, there were some services like Indian Engineering Service, right? Indian Railway Personnel Service, Indian Railway Accounting Service, Indian Railway Traffic Service, Indian Railway Store Service, right? So these three services, they were recruited from the civil service examination. And Indian Railway Store Service and Engineering Service, they were through Indian Engineering Services Examination, right? Both of them conducted by the UPSC only. But, because these are multiple services, one is personal service, P means personnel, human resource, it takes care of the human resource. Then A means accounting service, then T means traffic service, which is the administrative part, which takes care of the traffic, right? So there are so many services. In fact, in total, there are 8 services which were there till I think 2017 or 18, right? So there are total eight services, and because these are multiple services, the names are also very different, department also very different. So there was some kind of conflict, functional conflict, departmental conflict. So it resulted into like a lack of smoothness in the working. It resulted into some problems in the smooth working. That is why the government decided that, okay, we will now eliminate all these different names. Now we will convert all of them into one service, that is IRMS, right? And last year in 2022, these people were recruited from the civil service examination, the IES examination. But now in the December 23, December 22, the government decided that from 23 onwards, we will not allow it from the civil service examination. We will allow it for only 2 kind of people who are either engineers who can go to the engineering department, and either they are from the commerce or CA background, so that they can go to the other administrative or personnel or accounts department, finance department, right? So this is the Indian Railway Management Service, which is a combination of all these services, and this is the topmost service of this organization, right? Not only you can work in railway, but or you can also be posted in other department, other places. I know one person who is a railway personnel officer, very senior person, who was made the commissioner of one of the municipal corporation in Delhi, right? So there are 3 municipal corporations in Delhi, you might be aware. So he was one of the municipal commissioner a couple of years ago only. So once you are in the group A service, once you are in the topmost service, you can be deployed, you can be deputed in very important places, right? So the scope is this much, okay? If this suits you, which I think is very good service, then you must think about this examination. Now, career graph, I have told you that you will be part of the management service, right? So from like you'll be joining as assistant. There are some post names which are not very specific to any service, so I will not go about this technical part. But simple thing is, from the time you join, within 10 to 15 years, you can become the DRM, Divisional Railway Manager, right? Then you can become the general manager, general manager. Then you can become the board member. Then you can become the chairman of the board. This is a very promising career path. Employment facilities. Facilities may, first of all, salary package. Salary package, if you calculate in terms of money, it is somewhere between 15 to 18 lakh per annum, which is a very good, because it is the level of IAS officer. IAS officer ko bhi same salary milta hai, right? Then if you talk about other facilities, it has medical facilities. Railway has its own hospitals. Then transportation, so it is always free because railway to apna hi hai, right? Then there are housing facility. It has lot of its housing facility throughout India, right? Apart from this, all the other government amenities like holidays, right? And so many other things which come automatically with the good service, right? So the facilities are prevalent, which are very good facilities. Now come to the examination. Let us come back to the basics of the examination, right? So first I will discuss the basics of the examination, and after that I will go to the strategy part. How to prepare for this examination, right? So first focus will be on the syllabus, the basic thing, the process, who will be eligible, you should prepare or not, right? How much time will it take? And after that, I will come to the strategy part, because strategy we will discuss only after we are clear about the basic thing, right? Some of you might be aware about this examination already. That is good, right? But I know that because this is a very new examination, it was announced last month only, so it is not that much famous as of now, that much popular as of now, right? So I will be discussing the basic also, so that those people who are not aware, most of you, I think you should be listening to this very carefully, okay? Because still after listening to the syllabus, there can be doubt which you can ask in the chat box, and I will ask from the Vikas sir, and then I will share your queries, okay? So whatever queries you have, you can always type in the chat box, which is given there, query box. Those will come to me and I will answer your queries, okay? But I will answer the queries at suitable break, okay? I will answer the query at suitable break, okay? Now, coming to the syllabus. So it will have total, basically, this syllabus is the syllabus of the mains examination. So we will come to this after some time. First, let us see the basic, before the syllabus, let us see few basics also. Who will conduct the examination? It is the UPSC. The same body which conduct the examination for the this IAS examination, right? IAS, IPS, civil service examination. When the notification will come for this year. So this year notification is coming on 1st of February 2023. From this date, you can fill the form. They will give the window of approximately 1 month, right? So in the window of 1 month, you can fill up the form. The charges for filling the form are very, very nominal, right? Now, what is the examination timeline? So there are total 3 stages. Now, this is the process part. Okay. So there are total 3 stages. First stage is the prelims examination. In the prelims examination, there are 2 papers. One is the GS, General Studies, and second is the CSAT, which is the aptitude test, Civil Services Aptitude Test. Both these papers are MCQ type, right? So this is objective stage. This is objective stage. This will be conducted on 28th May 2023. The date is final because the same date on which civil service examination will be conducted, the date will remain same because this prelims examination is a common examination. It is not a different examination. Prelims examination of civil service and prelims examination of railway management service will be common. That means same paper, same exam hall, same time, everything is same. Just that the cutoff will be coming separately. They will be giving separate cutoff. Like for the civil service IAS examination, it will be separate cutoff, and for the CSAT, for the railway, it will be separate cutoff, right? After you qualify the prelims, comes the second stage, that is the mains. In the mains, there are total 4 papers, again, 2 language papers and 2 commerce papers. Language papers are just formality because 10th class syllabus, and these marks will not be counted in the cutoff. These marks will not be counted in the cutoff. But the commerce marks, they are important. First of all, it has a defined syllabus and they are counted for the cutoff. The merit is decided based upon the marks that you get in the commerce, right? So in the mains examination, this is the writing based examination, or which we say as subjective examination. The date of the examination will be in the last week of the September. The date are not yet finalized, not declared, but it will be last week of the September 23, right? After this, once you qualify, some of you might be thinking, sir, result kab aayega? When the result will come? So prelims result will come in the month of June, approximately by 15th June. So this 28th May ko exam hoga and 15th June ko result aayega, right? Similarly, September mein exam hoga and November end will be the result, right? And from December onwards, from December to March, there will be personality test, which is the oral test. Interview, we can say, or we can say personality test. Interview or personality test, right? So these are the 3 stages. Right? Prelims, mains, interview. Prelims is just qualifying. That means the marks are not counted for the ranking, for the merit. Mains and interview, their marks are counted for the merit and cutoff, and they are finally mattering for deciding whether you are getting or not, right? Now, some of you might be thinking, sir, as you are saying that IAS examination and IRMS examination, prelims will be common. So do we have to fill the separate form for both of them, or it will be a common form, right? It can be a question for you in your mind, right? So let me tell you, in this case, what will happen is that there will be a common form for the prelims, but in this form, they will give you options, which will be option 1, only civil service examination, whether you want to apply only for civil service examination. Option 2, that you want to apply only for IRMS. And option 3, that you want to apply both for civil service and IRMS. And based upon your choice only, they will be deciding and they will be counting your attempt for the respective examination, right? So if you decide that I am appearing only for IRMS, then your civil service attempt will not be counted, right? So the common form will be there, but options have to be chosen. Now, how many number of vacancies are there? So in 23, the number of vacancies are 30. Those are reserved only for the commerce people. And let me tell you, this is not less number. This is not less number. Why? Because this is our topmost service, Group A service, right? So you know how many vacancies are there in the Indian Foreign Service all over India every year? Just 30, right? How many vacancies are there in the IAS every year? Only 180. So topmost service vacancies are always limited because they are selected. That is why they have maintained the value. If there are 10,000 IAS every year, then the value of IAS will go down. Similarly, if IRMS officers are 1,000 every year, then the value of IRMS will go down. So these are top 30 people from the commerce background, right? And 120 are there for the engineering. Now you might think, sir, engineering se itna kyun? Because railway is an engineering kind of organization, right? And in engineering, there are multiple streams: civils, mechanical, then electronics, electrical. So many fields are there. Engineering is not a small field. It is a very wide field, right? And from 2024 onwards, these vacancies will increase. These vacancies will increase definitely. And yes, there can be a question in your mind, sir, will this examination continue every year? Yes, because since the origin of the railways, there has been the recruitment of Group A officers, which was done through UPSC. And now it has been converted into IRMS. So this is not a one-time vacancy. This is an annual, permanent vacancy. So every year you can appear. So suppose you appear this year, suppose you are not able to qualify, bad luck, you can appear next year. Your preparation will not go waste. Or suppose you cannot appear this year, you can plan, you can prepare for the next year from now only, right? Now, who are eligible people? So from the commerce background, people who are having the degree in commerce, and number 2, chartered accountant. So it is obvious that out of these two people, we people have more edge because of our training, because of our nature of examination that is being conducted for us, right? So both of them or any of them is okay, right? So out of you who are the CA members, you are already eligible. And if you are not the member, then in case you have the degree of BCom, in case you have the BCom degree, right, or BBA degree, right, you are eligible. Suppose you are intermediate and you also have the BCom or BBA degree, then you are eligible, right? Engineering background, degree in engineering is required. That is not a matter of our concern, right? This is eligibility. Okay. Then comes age criteria and number of attempt. Okay. Okay. I just want to say one thing. The copy of this PPT is available on the portal of the Committee for Members in Entrepreneurship and Public Services, right? So this session was conducted on 18th December last month also, right? Last month we conducted this session. So the PPT is same. I'm using the same PPT, same discussion, right? So those of you who are writing down, who are thinking that will we get the PPT or not? So let me tell you, you will get the PPT. Don't worry. Okay. The PPT will be available to you through the portal of the committee. So on the committee portal, the PPT is already available from the last session. That is the 18th December session. The PPT will remain same, right? If you want, I can show you by sharing the screen after some time. Okay. So don't worry. I will show you where you can download the PPT from, and there you can download the PPT, and you can refer to every content from there. Okay. As of now, you should try to understand. This time you should use for the understanding part, right? So coming back to the age criteria and number of attempt. Coming back to the age criteria and the number of attempt, right? So in this examination, because this is the central government exam, central government recruitment, so there will be vacancies separately given for general, OBC, SC, ST, and also for the physically handicapped, right? So for general category, minimum age 21 years. This minimum age 21 years is for every category, general, OBC, SC, ST, right? And for general category, maximum age limit is 32. OBC, this is 35. SC, ST, this is 37. Right? Number of attempt, maximum 6 for the general category, OBC 9 attempt, and SC, ST unlimited attempt. We don't need so many attempts. In my view, maximum 2 attempt. Try for the first only, because this service belongs to the CAS. But bad luck, you are not able to prepare, you are not able to give sufficient time for this examination because you are in job or something, then you can go for the second attempt. Not more than that it is required, right? Now, on which date this eligibility will be counted? This will be counted on 1st August 2023. That is, in whichever year you are appearing for this examination, in that year, the age should fall between 21 to 32, and similarly in other categories. So this is the cutoff date. Okay. So this is the age criteria and number of attempts. Right. So I have given here. Okay. And for people of physically handicapped category, J&K domicile, disabled service, the age criteria for different categories is different, and the number of attempts is also unlimited with the age limited. Okay. So for you people, there is some more criteria. You can check on the Google. Now, I have already told you that it will have prelims examination, it will have mains examination, it will have personality test, which is interview. It will have the final selection, right? So how the cutoff will be counted, how many people will be recruited. So total 30 people will be recruited, right? For these 30 people, they will take the interview of approximately 100 people. And they will allow approximately 350 to 400 people to write the mains, right? This is the ratio based upon the previous experience that we take from the civil service examination, right? So they maintain the same ratio in the civil service examination, right? So in the mains examination, they will allow approximately 350 to 400 people to write the mains examination. And then going backwards, prelims. How many people will appear in the prelims? The good thing is that in 23, because this is a new examination, very less number of people will be appearing for this, right? The awareness is still very low. So very less number of people will be appearing for this examination, right? So 2023 is a golden opportunity for everyone, right? So 2023 is a golden opportunity for everyone. Or if you cannot do in 23 because of some reason, whether you are not eligible or you are already occupied in something very important, then last 24 you should go, because after that the competition will be very, very high, right? More people will be aware about it. Like for example, there are other examinations for the commerce background people, SEBI, RBI, right? PSUs. So in 2009, when I qualified, very few people used to appear because they were not aware about this examination. No public knowledge was there. Only few people will select, will go and they will appear and they will qualify. But now you see, so many people are appearing. Competition is coming from across the country. It is now not easy to qualify all those examinations also. It is competitive, right? So if you're planning, then 23, 24 are the best years. This is my personal suggestion, right? Let me show you about the attempt counting, right? If you are planning for civil service also, then this can be a good path. Okay, those people who are thinking about becoming IAS officer, those people who want to clear the civil service examination, you can choose the path of IRMS. This is a good path, right? Because why? Prelims exam remains same. Prelims exam will remain same. You have to prepare for the IRMS for the prelims, right? In the mains, commerce optional will remain same. Mains also, the commerce paper are exactly same as civil service. Same syllabus, same paper, same exam hall, same time, everything is same. That is, it is common examination. In civil service examination, only one thing is extra. That is the 5 paper of the GS. 1 essay and 4 subject wise. Total 5 extra paper are there in the civil service examination. Other thing remains same. So suppose in 23 you appear only in the IRMS. That means you prepared for the prelims, you prepared for the commerce, right? That means in 24 you can appear for the civil service examination. You just need to prepare for the GS in 24 if you want to apply for the civil service, right? So your attempt for IRMS will be counted in 23, but not for the civil service, because these two are separate examination, independent examination. Yes, examination might be conducted commonly by the same body, but for the candidate, these are two separate examinations, because it is not compulsory that the same person who is preparing for civil service will also prepare for IRMS or vice versa, right? So the counting of the attempt will be separate, independent. Okay. Now, this thing I have already clarified. If a candidate fills form for the IRMS only, will his attempt for IAS be counted or not? Definitely no, right? Now, coming to the basic difference, that is the Indian Railway Management Service versus the civil services. So in IAS examination, there are 3 stages: prelims, mains, interview. IRMS also same 3 stages. In IAS, the prelims has GS plus CSAT. Here also it has GS plus CSAT. So these things remain common, right? In mains, IAS has 5 paper of GS, which has 4 GS and 1 essay paper, total 5 paper of GS, right? But in IRMS, there is 0 paper. This is the advantage. Commerce, it is same. That means if you prepare for IRMS, you already prepared for the civil service also. Language paper is same, right? So these are the similarities and differences. Now, coming to the optional paper, that is the commerce paper. Syllabus same, exam date same, question paper same, right? The mains cutoff for IAS will be counted based upon GS, SC, and commerce. Here it will be counted only for commerce optional, right? So in the IRMS, commerce optional is decisive. And I will share the strategy of commerce optional, syllabus of commerce optional also to give you clarity, okay? I will share the basic details of the commerce optional to give you the clarity, okay? So in the final selection, 1750 marks of the mains and 275 marks of the interview. These are the maximum marks in case of IAS. In case of IRMS, only 500 marks of commerce, 100 marks of interview. That means commerce weightage is very, very high. Out of 600, 500. That means more than 80%. More than 80% role in the selection will be played by the commerce, right? So commerce is something which will take you to the next level. Now, how CA members or a student, sorry, there is a spelling mistake. This is members. How CA members or CA student who have the BCom degree, they can take advantage. First of all, the competition will remain less comparatively because commerce background, CA are the best. Okay. Secondly, syllabus will remain same, especially if you see in commerce, paper 1 is equal to CA intermediate level. In fact, the syllabus is difficulty wise, it is equal to intermediate, but quantity wise, it is, I can say, 30% of its CA intermediate. Difficulty wise, it is equivalent to the intermediate level, not final level, and quantity wise, it is only 30%. That is 50% आपका कहां से हो गया? 30% of intermediates. And for last paper 2, there is management subject, which is a separate domain, something that you have to study new, right? Then If you have a plan to become IAS, then IRMS can be used as a path. IRMS can be used as a path, because I told you this year you appear in IRMS, your attempt for the IAS will not be counted, and next year he will be eligible for IAS also. You can just prepare GS paper and you can appear in the IAS, right? Just give me a few seconds. Right? So this is the advantage for the CA members and students. Now, those people who are preparing for the civil service examination, for them you need to prepare a bit more, focus on the commerce optional, right? Now, what will be the strategy? What will be the strategy? Okay. And before I share the strategy, if you have any questions, please type in the chat box. It can be very silly question, not a problem. Very basic question, not a problem. Whatever question you have, you can type in the chat box. I am ready to give the answer. Okay. So I am giving you the time. If you have any question, please let me know, because from this time onward, from this moment onward, I will discuss the strategy. Okay. I will discuss the strategy for this examination if you're planning for 23 or 24 or 25. Okay. So you can put the queries, whatever queries you have. Okay. And meanwhile, let me also show you how you can download this PPT, because later on, many people, they have to call or they have to send email to the committee, which might be time taking for you, inconvenient for you. So I think you are aware about the website of the committee. Let me show you if possible. Yeah. So you are aware about this. This is, you will find the link on the ICA website only. ICA Committee for Members in Entrepreneurship and Public Services, right? This is a very, very good page. Here you will find good resources. If you are planning for civil service examination, then also you will get good resources here, right? So here you can see at the bottom, this presentation, you can check it from here. Okay. This presentation part, presentation opportunity for chartered accountant, recruitment to Indian Railway Management Service. From here, you can download the PPT. Okay. So this website, keep checking. It's very important, very good website, and shows a very active participation from the participant also, and active, very, very active committee, I will say, because of the honorable chairman sir and other dignitaries. So take the advantage of these resources which are available on the ICI portal. Okay. Okay, fine. So now let me discuss.
Sir, can we take a few questions?
Yes, sure, sir. Sure.
Okay, sir. So the first question is, sir, can we go for the combined exam for the railway and UPSC?
Yes. See, basically, as I told, that we can definitely, in the prelims examination, we can fill up choice of civil service and IRMS both, right? So prelims will remain same, and then there will be two separate cutoff. Now, suppose you clear the cutoff of IRMS and civil service also, then you can appear in the mains examination of civil service. And then if you appear in the mains examination of civil service with the commerce optional, definitely the optional has to be commerce. Then automatically your IRMS optional, IRMS commerce is already done, because paper is same, examination is same paper will be evaluated, and the marks of the commerce paper will be counted for the IRMS also and for the civil service also. In civil service, GS marks will be added in addition to the commerce, right? There will be two separate cutoff. If you qualify in both, then you will have to appear both interviews, right? So only extra thing will be there. Number one, you have to choose in the paper, sorry, in the prelims examination form. And number two, you have to appear in two separate interviews. You have to appear in two separate interviews. This is the only difference. Otherwise, you can definitely go common. It is actually suggested, because in case, unfortunately, you didn't clear the cutoff of IRMS, then you can go for IAS. or unfortunately you don't clear the cutoff of IES, then you can appear in the IRMS. So it is very much suggested, definitely.
Sir, is India's also a part of syllabus or not?
If you see, okay, I'll come back to the syllabus part after some time, the commerce syllabus. Basically, if you see the syllabus part, in paper 1, there is accounting standard and financial accounting, right? There are they have mentioned approximately 10 accounting standard. So we have to study the accounting standard. Indias are not part of the syllabus. We just have to have a very brief idea about the Indias, but they are not part of the syllabus.
Sir, what is the salary structure of IRMS?
Salary structure I shared in the starting also. It is in the range of 15 to 18 lakh per annum. That is a package. Plus, there are other facilities, medical facility, housing facility, transportation facility, which are intangible benefit.
Okay, sir. So I will let you know if any question come.
Sure, sure. So now let me share my screen again. I'll be discussing the strategy part now. Okay. And before discussing the strategy, I think I'll share quick about the syllabus and the coverage. Okay. Then only the strategy will be relevant for you, right? So first, let me clarify more about the examination structure. Now I'll be going into the nitty-gritty, right? So once you have decided that this examination is relevant for you, now you can go into the nitty-gritties of this examination, right? Now we are going into the nitty-gritties of the examination. Okay, what kind of syllabus and the minute thing we'll be discussing now onwards, right? So basically, if you check the prelims, so in the prelims, there are two papers. One is the paper of general studies, and second is the paper of civil services aptitude test, right? So in the general studies, there are 100 questions and 200 marks. In the CSAT, there are 80 questions and 200 marks. How do you qualify? So criteria is separate for the prelims and for the paper 1, paper 2. In paper 1, it will be based upon the merit. So the top people, whosoever get the top marks, they will be selected. In our experience, if you see the UPSC civil service examination experience, the merit is approximately 50% to 55% of the 200 marks. That is, somewhere if you score 100 to 110 marks, then you are thorough with the prelims in the GS, right? So this is the qualifying criteria for the paper 1. Now in the paper 2, you just need to get 66.67 marks. It is fixed cutoff. Just like in our CE examination, we have 40%, 50%, 40% individually, 50% aggregate marks. Similarly, here as well, we have a fixed cutoff in the paper 2. And these two you have to clear separately. Paper 1 cutoff and paper 2 fixed cutoff, we have to clear separately. Okay. And yes, there is a negative marking. 1/3 negative marking is there. The total duration of the paper is 2 hours each. Like 2 hours for paper 1 and 2 hours on paper 2. The examination happens on the same day, morning and evening on Sunday, right? This year in 23, This will happen on 28th May 2023, right? Prelim syllabus, if you see the detailed syllabus now, so prelim syllabus will have, in the GS part, it will have history, geography, polity, general science, environment, art and culture, economy, government schemes, and current affairs. If you see out of this, for the commerce background people, economy, very simple. Polity, it is like our law, right? The language is just like the legal language. Government schemes, again, it is simple comparatively. History, you can study like a story. The difficult part, if you see, or something we have to focus more, is geography, science, environment, even sometime art and culture, right? So these are the difficult part, somewhat, not always, right? In case your scoring is good, in case you are very good in schools, then it is good. It is manageable, because the standard of the paper is just graduation, right? So the basic books, if you want to become aware about the basic terms, the basic books are the NCERT books. I'm not saying that you have to compulsorily read the NCERT book, but if suppose you are weak in one subject, suppose you are weak in science and technology, so you can read the NCERT of science to get a refreshment of the concept. Now coming to the paper 2. In the paper 2, the syllabus includes comprehension, interpersonal skills, including communication skills, logical reasoning, right? Decision making. So these are all commonsensical things. These require your logical thinking. Some kind of practice, it will help, right? Some technical part is there, which is general mental ability and basic numeracy. Only these two topics are which are bit technical. So for this, you have to prepare some topic. You have to prepare from some books. And data interpretation is very easy. Diagram, calculation, all of that is very easy for the CA people, right? Then, if you see the CSAT paper, in the CSAT paper, there are 80 questions, and you have to get only how many marks? 33% marks. So this is not that much difficult. So primary focus has to be on the GS paper, because GS paper might be difficult for many of you, right? Those of you who do not have the good schooling, right? Syllabus of GS is given in this manner, but this is very indicative syllabus. This is not detailed syllabus. And UPSC do not give study material like ICI. So ICI gives the study material and we can identify what topic we have to study, but UPSC do not give the study material. So how to identify what to study, what not to study? The best sources is the previous year question. So although this examination is conducted for the first time, IRMS is happening first time, but prelims of UPSC, which is a examination same as IRMS, it is happening since last more than 50 years. So last 10 years paper, you can check. Or you want to check which type of question I'll be coming in the prelims examination, you can search on the Google 2022 UPSC prelims examination paper or question paper. You search it, just have a glance what type of question they're asking, right? So this is the way you can get an idea what type of question they're asking on the Google, right? So from that only you will get a clarity that is it my cup of tea or not. And let me tell you, you have to score only 50% to 55% marks. You don't have to score 70, 80% marks. So if you are good in economy, polity, history, then also you can clear the examination, right? Because in geography, environment, science and tech, you might not be expert, but you can get average marks, right? So in this examination, you should not think to be excel in every subject. Rather, you should be excelling in few subject. जैसे हम सीए में करते हैं कि कुछ सब्जेक्ट में एग्जाम्पशन लेके आते हैं और कुछ में सिर्फ मिनिमम मार्क्स लेके आते हैं कि हमारा एग्जाम क्वालिफाई हो जाए. So here also strategy has to be very, very clear, that we have to go with the combination of focus on the strong area where we will be exceeding the average marks, and focus on the weak area where we will be managing the average marks. तो जो अच्छे एरिया होंगे वहां पर एवरेज से भी अच्छे लेके आएंगे, और जो वीक एरिया होंगे वहां पर एवरेज मार्क्स लेके आएंगे. That should be the strategy to clear the examination, right? This is paper 2, the CSAT paper. Now coming to the mains. In the mains, this is how the syllabus will look like. So compulsory language papers, there will be 2 language papers. One will be the English, 300 marks. One is the Indian language paper, 300 marks. Both of them are qualifying. You just need to score 25% marks to qualify. If you score just 25% marks, then you qualify. So it is not that much difficult. And for this, what is the strategy? Very simple. Before the examination, for 1 week, just go through solved PYQ. And these are already available in the market, because civil service examination is there since last more than 50 years, 70 years, right? So ये solved PYQ आपको बहुत मिल जाएंगे. जो स्कैनर हम बात करते हैं ना, ICM में स्कैनर मिलता है, वैसे यहाँ पे भी स्कैनर बहुत मिलता है. सोल्ड वाला ले लीजिए, 1 week में आपकी प्रिपरेशन हो जाएगी. So this is not the deciding factor. So what is the deciding factor? Deciding factor is commerce paper. Now, commerce paper में what are the subject? Financial management, posting, taxation, auditing, financial accounting, and financial institutions, which is nothing but the CA intermediate level. And as I already told you, the syllabus is just 30% of the CA intermediate syllabus, right? Now paper 2 of commerce, it has organization theory, organization behavior, human resource management, industrial relations. So here you remember in 11th class there was a subject business studies. In business studies we used to learn about organization, formal, informal organization, communication. So those topics are there in this theory, behavior. Okay, so this is the theory part, completely theory part. These are basically management subject. These are the management subject, right? Not that much difficult, not that much difficult. So this is the main syllabus. After this comes the interview. In the interview, you have 100 marks weightage, and here most of the focus will be the technical. Technical focus, right? That means more than 90% questions they will ask about the commerce. So they will not ask you about the IAS, civil service, or anything else, because this is a technical service. So they will ask more than 90% question from the IRMS commerce subject only, right? What are the benefits for the commerce student? If I say, first of all, you are familiar with the commerce. It is scoring because there are numericals in the paper 1. Current affairs are not that much high in the mains. In prelims, there are current affairs, but not in the prelims, not in the mains, right? Predictability is very, very high of the paper. Why? Because 60% questions they repeat. See, all of this is possible because why? How we can identify the pattern? Because UPSC IAS examination is already conducted. Same paper will be there, same syllabus will be there. So we will be using the PYQ of the commerce optional of UPSC. So there 60% questions are repeated every year, right? And books are available easily. Paper 1 to aapke paas hai, paper 2 available in the market. Now, what is the syllabus for the commerce? What is the syllabus for the commerce? I already shared a bit about the syllabus. Okay, the detail I will discuss after some time. Paper 1 if you see the subject-wise weightage in last 3 years, 19, 20, 21. 22 was also same. It is not there in the list, but it was also same, right? Financial management is the topmost subject. So you can see 70 numerical, 80 theory. Costing 15 numerical, 55 theory. Financial management, financial accounting 30 numerical, 40 theory. Taxation 20, 25. Auditing only theory, and financial institution market only theory. So numerical portion is coming in these 4 subjects. Here you can get more marks. Theory is coming in all the subject. So it has good chance that if you remember the point, if you have the conceptual clarity, you can clear the theory, right? So basically, this is the composition, right? And the good thing about the commerce is there are total 8 questions. Out of 8 questions, you have to solve only 5 questions. 3 questions you can eliminate in the choice. This is very good opportunity. You don't have to clear, you don't have to attempt every question. Only 5 questions out of 8. Okay. Paper 2. In paper 2, all the 4 subjects, organization theory, organization behavior, human resource management, industrial relation, they occupy almost equal weightage. They occupy almost equal weightage, right? Now, let me share with you the strategy part. Okay, time-wise strategy. Sir, हमारी strategy क्या होनी चाहिए? So I will divide the strategy into 4 parts. Part 1, prelims and commerce. Phase 1, prelims and commerce. In the phase 1, you will prepare for prelims also and commerce also. आप दोनों ही चीज हाथ में लेके चलेंगे. In commerce, I will suggest first prepare for the paper 2 because paper 1 already your domain. Paper 2 is new. So you first focus on the paper 2. Then in the phase 2, you go only for the prelims. Only prelims. Okay. Phase 3, only mains. And phase 4, only interview. Okay. Now, time-wise, if you see 23, 24, 25, okay, kitna time dena chahiye, how much time we should give to every stage? So, it will be phase 1, 23 examination, 2 months. That is, till February, you should study prelims also and commerce also. Phase 2, that is only prelims for 23 people, March till May, because examination is in the end of May. Phase 3, where you will be studying only commerce, this will be happening from June to September. And phase 4, where you will be studying only interview, that will happen after October and later, right? Or suppose you are appearing in 23 IRMS. Now you want to plan for IES also 2024, which I suggest should be done. Then you can go for the, just a minute. Then you can prepare for that in the next 4-5 months, right? Time division will be like this. 24, if you're planning for 24. So in that case, you have almost whole year, right? So, but I will suggest that first complete, like you should have the parallel focus, both on the commerce, especially paper 2, and then GS prelims also. Okay. This you can do till December 23. Okay. Then only prelims you can go from January to May because you will have more time. So you can spend more time. So phase 3 will remain same. Phase 4 will remain same. Because after prelims, you can prepare only for mains. And after mains, you can prepare only for interview. In 25 also, it will remain same. In 25 also it will remain same. In phase 1 and phase 2, there will be changes. Here you can study till December 24. Here you can study till from January 25 to May 25. Okay. Yeah, one thing is there. One thing is there that you have to remember, that this number of hours that you will be putting will be changing. In 23, I will suggest from now only 4 to 5 hours you should immediately start if you are planning for 23. And let me tell you, the competition for 23 is comparatively less. Competition for 23 is comparatively less, right? In 24, if you're planning for 24, then from now onwards, 2 to 3 hours you can start. And 25 also, 2 hours, alternate day, you can start. Okay. That is the time division you can have. If you are working in the job, then you have to be more productive. Definitely. You have to compromise a bit on your social life, your personal life, right? So definitely in that case, you should focus in whatever time you have. And let me tell you, it is possible to clear the examination along with the job also. I was working full time in the company, and I was able to clear examination multiple times. Okay. So it is not the case that you cannot clear the examination with the job. It is quite possible. It is quite possible. The only thing is that is the consistency. Okay. The benefit of job is that you are stable emotionally. There is no insecurity that whether you will get the job if you leave the job, right? Secondly, you don't have any dependence for the finances on other people. So jobs has its own benefit. Definitely. You can take the office leave 1 month before the examination, right? Exam से एक महीने पहले छुट्टी ले लीजिए. Okay. But you should be preparing, and you should have some peer group, or you should have some mentorship, some guidance. You should. Okay. You should not waste the time in doing Googling, YouTube research. Okay. You should have some group or some guidance. Now, strategy, I will say, if you are planning for 23, then start now and complete one commerce paper before the prelims along with the prelims. Paper 2, you should try to complete before the prelims along with the prelims. This is something which is required if you were to clear the examination this year only. And you can use the IRMS as a path for the civil service examination. Now, let me discuss the syllabus in detail. Okay, let me show you the syllabus in detail, and also there might be request for the book list. Book list के बारे में मैं आपको बता देता हूँ. Paper 1. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Rahul sir, can I interrupt in between? We are joined by our chairman Hansraj Chuk sir.
Okay, great. Welcome, sir.
Sir, and he is the key person who is the brain behind this initiative of organizing such type of webcast for the benefit of our members and students, sir. So I will request Chuk sir to address the members and students for 5 minutes and enlighten us, sir.
Thank you, Anita ji. Thank you very much. At the outset, I'm really very grateful to the resource person, CA Rahul ji, and the team at the committee, the Anita, the secretary of the committee, and the Vikas, the person who really take care of so many good things in the committee. And I really appreciate the efforts of the committee and participants also. You see, like the zeal and the spirit on this Sunday even, if that goes along, so that means something bigger is going to happen in our system of the committee, also in the system of the ICA also. Whenever you take time out of the busy system, or if you really go extra, and naturally you think about without putting extra, nothing can be achieved, which sounds to be of a great measurements. And naturally, if we talk about this profession of the chartered accountancy, though we in the older time, we used to say like this is accounting or auditing profession, but over a period of time, the concept has changed. It's not limiting to the corporate words as a complete business solution provider, but in the system of the governance of the government even, many chartered accountants are playing a very bigger role through the public services, whether it is the direct services into the IAS, IPS, and IRS, or other services, or through the specialized services like today. We are talking about the railway services, railway management services, which is the new era, a new thought of the government has brought into the system. Same is the we very recently represented to the government to specialize all the financial and the accounting services so that better governing system in the accounting world can be given to the government for the transparency, for many benefit which goes along. And same way there is another services like Indian cost account services where the chartered accountants are playing a very bigger role, and the maximum seats are being acquired by the chartered accountants fraternity. And today this program webinar is being organized, keeping in mind the need of the hour, keeping in mind our professional brothers or the students even of the chartered accountancy, they are looking beyond what they are today. They are looking beyond to support and the ecosystem of the country for the better governance and the build a better management at the different levels, different ministries. So with this kind of efforts, and really I appreciate this year the proactiveness of this committee has been judged by many by way of the bringing out so many good things. And fortunate enough, the support is coming not only within the committee, but external people like Rahul Kumarji, a person who has the subject command. They also supports to the ICI and to this particular committee. So with this initial remarks, I welcome each one of you, each and everyone participating for this very webinar of the program. And hopefully, by way of the little awareness through these kind of programs, paves the way to bring how the strength can be built in, so that whenever the exam time comes in, or whenever any process to be started with, the methodology, the level framework, like first is the initiation, yes, you want to be into these services, then naturally thinking about the syllabi, thinking about the methodology and framework of the plannings, and ultimately strategizing in a manner so that thought is very clear, and the effectiveness of the execution that also at your command. So then ultimately you will be realizing the game of the success. The success will never come to you automatically. Success has to be created and crafted by oneself with the support of the others. I really appreciate the participants on this Sunday, even that shows the keenness and the zeal and the jest or the spirit by which you are spending the time for the learning process. And hopefully, this 30 seats all will be occupied. I'm sure that the chartered accountants are the only brain which cannot be compared with the simply graduate or the other professional even. So that means all the 100%, the 30 seats will be coming out to the pocket of the chartered accountants. And that is my assurance, my feeling like, because I know the strength of the each one of us, each one of you, so that we ultimately have a command and control on the governance system for the best of the governance and the ecosystem of the country for the better placement of this profession into the governmental segments also. So with these words, I'm very grateful and thankful to the team there in the committee and the resource person Rahulji for joining us and initiating the process of bringing out best of the knowledge in the minds of the participants. Thank you all. Thank you very much. Thanks to the each and every participant also. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It's a great privilege for me as well to address the members and the student. And it is the proactiveness which is on your part, you people accepting the external examination, you people supporting. Because when I was looking for preparing for civil service in 2009, and at that time there was no such thing, So now institute under your leadership is going beyond what is visible. We are supporting that our members go, a student, they go in every field. So that will actually increase the value of the profession, and that will increase the contribution of the profession. Thank you, sir. I really thank you on behalf of every person.
Thank you very much, Chairman sir, and thank you, Rahul sir. And now I hand over to Rahul sir again to continue his session, please.
Sure, ma'am. So I'll share the screen again. I'll discuss from where I left. And everyone, those people who might have joined late, you can download the PPT from the website, from the web portal of the committee, which I'll show once again. So those people who might have joined late. Okay. So I was discussing about the book list. Okay. This thing you can note down because this is not there in the last PPT. For prelims, for GS, polity, there is Lakshmikant book. These are all popular books. Okay. I'm not endorsing any particular author. These are all very popular books. Okay. Just like in income tax, we have Girish Ahuja sir, Singhania sir. Similarly, these are all very popular books. These are not my personal endorsement. Okay. Economy, we have a book by Nitin Singhania sir. He's an IAS officer also, and he's a chartered accountant also. Then history, we have Spectrum book. Then we have geography. For geography, NCERTs will do. Then comes science and technology. Science and technology mostly covered from the current affairs. Mostly it is from the current affairs, right? And if you want to refer to some book, you can refer to the McGraw-Hill book. For all these subjects, McGraw-Hill publication is something which is actually bringing good books. So you can refer to the McGraw-Hill publication books for other subject, whichever you feel you are not comfortable in. Similarly, art and culture. Again, the book of Nitin Singhania sir, who is an IAS officer also. So he has like his book is famous. These are the books which are referred by the toppers of IAS officer, IAS examination, right? Then environment. For environment, there is a book. There are multiple books, but one book which people suggest is Shankar IAS, right? For CSAT, again, you can take the manual of McGraw-Hill. And along with this, always must take the previous year question and must go through the previous year question. You can take a previous year question bank. On Amazon, there are a lot of previous year question bank available. You can go and you can check any previous year question bank. Okay. In mains examination, that is a commerce part. In paper 1, I will say your CA Inter books or reference book which we referred in the CA Inter are sufficient. Okay. The only thing is that we have to take care is a previous year questions pattern. So we have to take care of the previous year question pattern. A previous year question pattern. For this, you can go to the Amazon. There you can find the previous year question bank, जिसको हम लोग CA में scanner बोलते हैं, right? So you can check in the website Amazon. There you can go and you can check the previous year. You can order 400-500 रुपए का आएगा आपको और वहां से आप identify कर सकते हैं what kind of previous year question are coming, right? From there, you can go to your basic books of the CA Inter. You can do from there. Yes, you should do some practice of the examination level. So you should take the previous year question, preferably topic wise, and then you should do the practice. Okay. Paper 2. Paper 2, yeah, it has a very good book list. Like for organization theory, Singh and Chabda. And there is a book C.B. Gupta, L.M. Prasad, S.P. Robbins. These are 4 books which are mostly used by the aspirant. These are basically used not only for the OT but also for the OB. OT OB के लिए ये 4 books हैं. 4 में से out of 4 books you can go for any 2 book. Okay, no need to go for all the 4 books. Any 2 book. Okay, any 2 book you can go. Okay, then for rest 2 subject. Okay, let me write it very more clearly in the next page. For your clarity, let me write it more clearly again. So paper 2, because paper 2 is a new subject, right? Paper 2 of commerce. OT and OB, organization theory, organization behavior. Singh and Chabra. You can search on the Google, on the Amazon also. C.B. Gupta, L.M. Prasad. These books are sufficient, in fact. Okay. There is one more book, S.P. Robbins, which is very advanced book. This is applied part. You can't understand initially. So I will say, if you go for any of these 2 books, not all the 3 books, any of these top 3 books, then it is sufficient. Okay. Then second comes the second portion, that is the HRM and IR. In HRM, again, you can go for the C.B. Gupta or L.M. Prasad. Right. Then for the IR, industrial relations, there is a book of Memoria and there is a book of Ashwathapa. So you can go for any one book. Okay. No need to order all the book, but any one book. And you be aware about the syllabus. In syllabus, they have given very detailed syllabus. And also the previous year question pattern. Based upon that, you choose what to study, what not to study. Okay. It is not that you have to study each and everything. Right. So you should not study each and every topic from the book, because these books are designed for the various other examination also. Right. These are designed for the graduation. These are not designed for the UPSC specifically. Right. So you can definitely go for this book, but they have to check the previous year question, you have to check the syllabus, and accordingly you have to proceed. Okay. Now, how should you prepare? How should you prepare from these books? So you should try to look to the syllabus and previous year question, and then you should make some short notes. So your strategy will be, first time you will be reading plus referring the previous year questions. Then you will be making short notes plus writing the answers. This is also very important. Writing and practicing is very important. Okay. So these are the 3 stages which you have to follow. If you are appearing for 23, what I will suggest, that before the prelims, you just do reading and previous year question reference, so that you have a background. You have an idea of the paper 2. Now let us quickly see, fastly we can see the syllabus of financial management. So financial management, now you see the syllabus, very, very familiar syllabus. We have been studying this since our days of intermediate, right? Very, very familiar syllabus. Out of this, most important topic are ratio analysis, capital budgeting, and cost of capital, financial decision, dividend decision, working capital. Almost every topic is important in that manner. Only 2 topics, first one and second one, are not that much important. These are all very familiar topics. This is the biggest subject. In the paper 1, financial management is the biggest subject. सबसे ज़्यादा syllabus financial management का ही है. Second comes cost accounting. In the cost accounting, again, the syllabus is very small. If you see the syllabus में क्या है आपका? Process costing, then marginal costing, then you have standard costing. If you see the syllabus and previous year question के basis पर हम देखते हैं तो यही 3 topic आपके important. बाकी तो बहुत theory है, बहुत simple है, right? So only these 3 topics are there. Then coming to the financial accounting, some of you were asking about the coverage of accounting standard. So accounting standard are only few: depreciation, inventory, R&D, long-term construction contract, revenue recognition, fixed asset. Only these approximately 10-12 accounting standards are there, not Ind AS, right? Then there are 3 numerical portion. One is accounting for share capital. This is very simple, that we study in the BCom also. BCom first year में जो पढ़ते हैं वही है, same. Then company final accounts. This is very simple again. And then amalgamation. So this is very simple. Syllabus of financial accounting is very simple. See, They are giving the syllabus of BCom honors level. Why? Because they want that BCom people should also compete with you. They don't want them to be less competitive than you. That is why they are giving the same syllabus to you and them, and they don't want to make the paper difficult, right? So the level of difficulty will not go up. So the competition will be among those people who are writing better answer. Taxation syllabus is complete one, complete income taxation, because income tax you have to do everything. But for the important area, based upon the previous year question, we have salary, house property, and income from other source. The rest of the portion is theoretical part. GST is not there. GST just basic provision. You can read, no complexity, and even they're not asking the question for GST. Just for the sake of security, you can read the provision of GST. Auditing, very simple, small syllabus. In company audit, they're asking only divisible profit, tax audit, dividend profit, dividend audit, then audit of banking, insurance, and NPO, charitable societies. Very small syllabus. आप देखिए कितना syllabus, कितना छोटा syllabus है. There are no auditing standard. There is no detailed anything else. बहुत simple syllabus. Financial institutions. Again, this is very simple, basic thing. Money market, capital market, financial services. Right? Previous year question trend analysis, I have already shown you. The most important is the financial management. Syllabus is iska sabse zyada hai. And then other things are there: cost accounting, financial accounting, taxation. Okay. Combination of numerical and theory is coming there. Right. Now I'll show you the syllabus of paper 2 also. You should also get a clarity what type of questions are coming in the paper 2. Or what is the specific syllabus. Okay. So this is paper 2. In the paper 2, the first subject is organization theory. In organization theory, you can see there are so many basic concepts, right? Concept of organization, external environment, organizational goals, primary and secondary goals, single and multiple goals, management by objectives, MBO. Then evolution of theory, design, designing the structure of the organization, managing the organizational culture. All of this is the theory, no numerical, only theory. And comparatively, this is faster to cover. Comparatively, it's easier to cover. Organization behavior, again, they have concept like personality, perception, motivation, leadership theory, quality of work life, then quality circle, then management of conflict, then transactional analysis, then organizational effectiveness, then management of change. So this is very good. If you have to work in the management, then these concepts are very good actually, because these give you an idea about how the organizations function. It gives you a practical idea about everything. Then human resource management. Here, the basic of human resource planning, job analysis, job specification, recruitment, selection, training, development, performance appraisal, salary, wage administration, job evaluation, employee welfare, promotion, transfer, separation. Most of the topics are commonsensical, right? But very important from the current industrial perspective. Then comes industrial relation. In the industrial relation, it has the questions on trade union, industrial disputes, workers' participation in management, education and collective bargaining, industrial relation in the public enterprises, ILO and its functions. See, basically all this syllabus is given by UPSC. This is UPSC syllabus. I have not taken it. I have not made this list myself. This is the list given by UPSC. So exactly, you have to prepare the same topic. You have to prepare every single dimension of this topic. And PYQ, 95% PYQ will be from these topics only. 95% paper will come from these topic only. So you can win the competition from the syllabus only. So syllabus is very well defined. That is the strength of this commerce paper, right? So there is no ambiguity that what will come, what will not come. Previous year question trend analysis in the paper 2. You can see all the paper are important, equally important. Now, some of you might be asking the question on prelims part. Okay, I'll discuss a bit about prelims because that is the first stage. Okay, so what is the approach? Number one, first of all, you should be aware about the syllabus. Download the syllabus. Secondly, go through the previous year question. At least I will say last 1 year, 2022, you go through the entire paper. Go to the Google and download the paper. Okay, then basic NCERT are required only for those subjects where you are weak. For example, you might be weak in general science or geography. Geography, very important, right? Otherwise, standard book list, which I have told you, is sufficient. That is there. Plus, if you want to, supplement that, you can supplement with some other material which is provided by some coaching institutes, right? Then comes application of concept. Application of concept, that is the current affairs. Current affairs ke liye, no need to read all these things separately. You follow some magazine. That is sufficient. Magazine should be the civil service examination magazine. It should not be very open-ended magazine which is focusing on multiple examination. Then effective revision is very important. Effective revision, regular revision is required, and mock practice. Mock practice should start from the very starting only, because that only will help you understand what is coming in the examination, what is not coming. Okay. One thing I want to tell you about the time schedule, that you should try to be mains ready before the prelims. At least you should try to cover 25% of paper of commerce, especially paper 2 before the prelims. That will give you the confidence, because paper 1 is already done in your CA. Making notes is very important, very, very important. Then commerce preparation you have to do, and you have the limited time. So definitely you have to work in the limitation of that time. Okay. Now I will show you some questions which are coming in the previous year from the paper 1, just to give you an idea what type of question they're asking. Yeah, so you can see on your screen. So basically, this is the pattern of the theory questions. Is my screen visible, everyone?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so just a minute. These are the keywords which are there in the questions from the previous year. Meaning, characteristics, objectives, principles, determinants, importance, differences, treatment, uses, computation, right? So let us see what type of question they're asking. These are the previous year questions. These are the previous year questions, right? State the provision of law relating to carry forward and set off of business laws. So this is income tax question. Then from the cost accounting, what are the various components of cost of fixed assets? Briefly explain the components of Indian financial system. Then from the audit, discuss the special point that an auditor would take into consideration while auditing the account of the banking company. Then comes the theory, the Gordon's share valuation model, then application-based cost of equity, then method of issue of security in the primary market, that is the financial markets question. Then necessary entries for the reconstruction, very simple question, income calculation. Yeah, so I have already shown you all these things. Yeah, so now some things about previous year questions. You can get the previous year questions on UPSC website. So you can go to UPSC website, there you can get the previous year questions, right? Previous year questions are very important, especially last 10 years papers, right? There you can find what type of questions are coming. Some practical tips: devote to 4 to 5 hours average for 1 year. You have to devote. Okay. Use some innovative tool. That means suppose you are in a job. So in office time only, you can read something on the PDF. You can practice some MCQ. You can read some maybe some basic books which are available in the PDF. So that way you can use some innovative tool. Okay. It is not that you have to sit completely. You have to leave job. You have to leave the scene. No, you sit and then you do it side by side. Okay. Then you should have some peer group that will help you, those people who are preparing simultaneously for this examination. Okay. So these are the tips from my side. I have shared almost everything from my side. Apart from this also, the committee is conducting various other programs for the public services preparation, civil services preparation, like how to prepare for the civil service examination. We conducted a program in the month of October, and then before that also in the month of March last year. So you should be attending the program. In the program, we are bringing a lot of other faculties also. Various other faculties are coming for guiding you, including the civil servants, including the IAS officers and the expert of the subject matter of the general studies and other subject. So you can listen to them, you can get the idea. And as I told you, the resources are available, including the PPT of this webinar is available on the committee website. I'll again show you so that those people who joined late, they can get it. Because if you join late, then you can go to, I think, okay. Yeah, so this is the committee page, Committee for Members in Entrepreneurship and Public Services. Here you can see it is a very good page. You can see the announcement. We have been conducting civil services orientation program in the past. April we conducted. Then the committee is very, very active under the leadership of Ansara sir, Anita madam, Vikas ji, and other respected people. And you can see PPTs are available here at the bottom. This PPT of IRMS is available. Opportunity for Chartered Accountant Recruitment to Indian Railway Management Service, right? So here you can see that the resources are available. You can download the PPT. Whatever I have discussed, it is available there. Okay. So with this, I complete my discussion from my side. Whatever queries you have, you can raise your queries so that we can complete the session of today.
Sir, there was a lot of query, but I think you resolve all the query in the last half an hour. So, but one more query is the pre-question paper same for CSE and IRMS.
Yes, prelims will be same, exactly same. Prelims will be same, exactly same for the both. It will be same. That means they will conduct same examination and the marks will be counted in both civil service and IRMS. You don't have to prepare separately. You don't have to appear separately. Same paper. The advantage is that book list is already available. Previous year questions are already available. So even though this is a new exam, but examination pattern is already aware. People are already aware about the pattern.
Sir, is there any physical eligibility test for the IRMS?
Physical is there, but there are not very strict standard like IPS officer or for army services. These are very basic, like which are done in every government service. So these are mostly, I have not seen any single person who has been disqualified just because of the fitness criteria, because this is not a army service, this is a normal office service.
Sir, is there any training structure like other services, other allied services, like 4-month initial training in labs and
Yes.
then dedicated
Yes.
special training?
Yes, so there will be foundation course of 3 months, which happens in every case. Plus, definitely, in addition to that, there is a training which will be conducted throughout India. The total training period is 2 years, because they are absorbing you as the topmost officer of their department. So they will be training you in every area, and during the training, you will get the salary, full salary. So it is a paid training. You know, your job, your employment, your promotion, everything is starting from the day one when you join the training. So it is not like CA training that your stipend is very less. It is a full-time job. It is a full-time job,
Right, sir,
actually.
right.
Because in the CA training, it is a part of the examination only. The training is part of the preparation only. But here the training is after selection.
Okay, sir, I think we covered all queries. So thank you so much, sir, for such a great presentation and the productive session. And thank you so much, the Joint Secretary of our committee, Anita Sunija ji, for conducting such a great webcast on the topic of the opportunity for the chartered accountant on IRMS. Thank you so much to all participants.
Thank you, Vikash ji. Thank you, Nida ma'am. Thank you, Hansraj sir. And thank you, every dignitary of the committee who are supporting from the back. Thank you, the technical team. Akash ji, he is available on the Sunday also.
Yes,
So it's a
yes,
great
thank you
privilege.
so much, sir.
A great privilege to get the support and to get the attention of all people. Thank you, everyone, and keep coming to the portal of the committee. Keep looking for the initiatives of the committee. Vikash ji, Anita madam, and Hansraj and other people, all of them are very, very active, very, very supportive of the civil services examination people. So take more benefit of this initiative. Demand more from the institute. You have the right. Okay. So all the best, everyone. Have a nice day.
So thank you so much.